Hi guys, I'm Nico, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I don't really know how to do this, but leave a like and subscribe because that will keep me motivated. Before I do start talking, I want to say that for this video I'm going to refer to this person as Kitty, even though normally on stream I don't refer to them as anything. I just want to make it more clear for the video as I'm telling the story for the first time on YouTube. There are a couple of dears that I can't talk about here because I've talked about them before saying their name on stream before all of this has happened, so I just don't want you to know who I'm talking about, because even though this has all happened to me and my friends, I still don't want them to get any backlash for this. I have a little script on the other screen, so if I look there, that's just me reading off of it. It's not really a script, it's just points that I said that I need to talk about so I don't forget anything. First of all, how I met Kitty was through my Twitch chat. I was live one day, they joined my chat like any other person at that time would, and we just kept talking for a bit. They did give off kind of weirdo vibes, but you know, when you normally average 3 viewers and that randomly you get a 5th one, you don't really care if they're being weird, you just kind of want that 5th viewer, don't you? Anyway, after some time they stopped joining my streams, I kind of forgot about them. We kind of fell out as a streamer chatter relationship, let's call it. That happened at the start of 2024, and in the summer, I would say approximately July or August, they joined my chat again. I was live with my friends, that we were on call on Discord, and they asked me if they can join. So I said, yeah, of course you can join. Yeah, you're not a freak, so yeah, go on. We kept talking, and one day we were on call on another Discord server that didn't belong to me. A random person we've never talked to before, neither of us have. On that call was me, Alice, and Kitty. Once the person left, after approximately 10 minutes of talking to them, Kitty turns to us and says, that guy was kind of cute. I might have a crush on him. You've known the guy for 10 minutes and you know he has a girlfriend, he said that. But you know, okay, you just think he's pretty or something. Okay, whatever, we can gloss past that. After Kitty said that, Alice turns to me and says, Nico, do you want to know who Kitty had a crush on before that? So I said, yeah, of course, I'm fucking nosy, of course I want to know. I get a DM from Alice saying, oh yeah, so it was actually about you. They had a crush on you. And at that time, I still went live every day, and I normally went live with my friends, but Alice wasn't home at that time, so I just kept talking to Kitty. I just kind of glossed past. I know if they liked me, they don't anymore. It's fine, I can live with that. That's me, my own feelings, how I feel, if I'm comfortable or not, so we can gloss past that. Once Alice gets home, I get another DM from Alice saying, they just texted me. What did Kitty say this time? They had a crush on my friend. Tyler. So once I know that information, I phone Tyler and I'm like, hey, so Kitty said that. Do you feel comfortable with that or not? Tyler says he doesn't. So even though I'm normally a people pleaser, I've been through 3 relationships just because I didn't want to say no to someone. I grabbed my phone and I messaged Kitty quite politely for how I felt and how I felt about them. Basically saying, hey, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you make me and my friend uncomfortable, so we just don't want to talk anymore. Hope that's not big of a deal. Don't mean to hurt you. Just a thing. Okay, we called them, they joined Discord, I was on call with Alice, they joined the call, we talked for a bit. They basically don't really understand how that made us uncomfortable, but you know, gloss past that. I would say approximately 2 weeks before that, I got into a relationship with Cassie. The same day that we did, Kitty messages Alice saying date that me and Cassie got together and said RIP my soul. A few days go by after we stopped talking, I go into I believe a John A Twitch chat and I see that I'm banned, which I don't understand why I would be. I've been in that chat countless times, I've talked to John A. I've even had DMs with John A on Twitter when one time some payment didn't go through. At that time I didn't know what was happening, so I just type out an unban request saying, hey, I don't know what happened, could you tell me what happened? Because I genuinely didn't know. Then I go into another Twitch chat, I don't know, maybe Average Harry, maybe Max GG's, maybe Tubbo, and I'm banned everywhere. I'm banned on half of Twitch. I'm banned in every Twitch chat that I've ever been to. Okay, whatever. Another few days go by and I get a message from Brie on a group chat that we had on iMessage saying, this person DM'd me and they're saying they got my phone number on a dating site. For the record, pretty much everyone included in this story is not 18. Okay, there are a couple messages like that, you know, maybe your old friend posted your phone number, whatever. I'd say like a week goes by. Whilst I'm saying this, I want to say that I'm not looking at the screenshots, which I will include in the video that I'll just put somewhere up on the screen. I'm just saying what I remember. So if the dates that I'm saying don't correlate to what I'm going to show you on the screenshots that I've gathered over the couple months that it's been taking place for, just don't hate. After Brie and Cassie have gotten their phone numbers posted on dating sites, another, I'd say, week goes by and they start getting dox and death threats sent to them. Stuff that, you know, when it's one message you can find funny because they were really badly written. But once you get to the point where you get 30 messages a day saying you're gonna get killed at night, it kind of gets creepy, doesn't it? We went through that and eventually we tried to contact Kitty because we weren't sure if it's them at that point. We called them and we tried to talk to them basically. We were on Discord all the time. We were on Discord. We were trying to get them to admit. We were just like, you know, I don't want to cause you any trouble. I just want to know if it's you or not because it's genuinely creeping us out. They kept denying that it's them. Mostly what they said was, I don't know what's happening, guys. I don't understand. One of my friends, Jace, messaged Kitty after the Discord call that we had and gathered some crazy fucking proof that we have that it is them. Basically, what Apple does is that whenever you have two phone numbers on one device at the same time, it's going to create a group chat with them. And what Kitty has sent to Jace is a screenshot of them looking up one phone number, and a group chat full of the other phone numbers that have been texting us pulls up. Another, I'd say 15 minutes go by before I get my first ever message. I didn't get a dox threat, I didn't get a death threat, it was just a bunch of symbols spammed. I send this to Kitty on WhatsApp, and the reply that I get is, oh, that's my mom's phone number. Are you stupid? Why would you tell us that? We've been asking you if it's you, and now you randomly tell us that it's your mom's phone number that's been texting me. Okay, you know, they could have lied. So one of my friends, I can't tell you right now who it was, looked up the phone number on a phone book. We knew Kitty's real name, and the phone book did link to the same last name. Same town even, because we did used to have them on Life 360, as I did with most of my friends. On the same night, we decided to try and contact Kitty's family. Because, you know, I'm not in the same country as Kitty. Almost none of my friends are. They are from the US. We are in Europe. Most of my friends are from Europe. We didn't really have a way to contact the police in the US, so we just decided to try and contact their family. Because we knew Kitty's last name, we just looked up Kitty on Facebook, and through that we found her uncle. I messaged her uncle, and so did Jace. Another like 2 weeks go by of the doxing and threatening us, and eventually we get a message. I messaged Kitty's uncle saying what's basically been happening to us and that we believe it's Kitty, even though at that time we already had proved that it's her. Another few days go by before I get a response. Hey, I talked to my sister, which is Kitty's mom, and she said it's not happening. And well, I get that, because if my mum randomly got a call from my aunt saying, oh yeah, apparently your daughter is doing that, my mum would also try and like say, yeah, she's not done shit. But I think once it gets to properly doxing us and harassing us, it gets to the point where you should be able to say, yeah, it's her, I'll take her phone away or something. There were a few more messages that I got from Kitty's uncle, and basically what we got from that is getting told that we are complete liars. The doxing and threatening continued, so we decided to contact the police. But as I already said, it was kind of hard for us to. Only thing I could do was try and email the police in their city, which I did, but I, to this day, have not gotten a response, even though it's happened 5 months ago. So one of my friends that does live in the US tried calling the police. Practically what they've been told is that they can't do anything because they weren't the ones getting harassed. Because yes, there was more people in the story that were properly trying to help us than just the ones getting harassed. Eventually we just gave up for a bit. Since we couldn't contact the police, we just, you know, kind of sent each other screenshots of the messages that we were getting, and we kind of rolled with it. Randomly one day I was sat on my bed and I get a DM from Sans, which is my mod. The DM says, hey, who was that new person on your Discord? I didn't know anyone who was new on my Discord, so I asked them, what are you talking about? Turns out an account made the same day as it's joined my Discord posted Cassie's coordinates into the main channel on my Discord. Thankfully the message got deleted. I love my mods, because if that was only up to me, I would probably still not know about this message happening. We keep getting doxed and threatened, and then eventually MaxGG's doing an on-ban request stream accidentally leaked an IMGUR link to the reasons to why I've been banned. Out of the approximately 40 images that were on there, I would understand one of them. Most of the stuff that's been said there is completely fucking made up, and you can ask whoever you want, they will tell you that it's made up. Either that or stuff getting taken out of context. There was screenshots of me saying, I'm gonna kill myself, quote unquote. I would love to say, okay, you know, maybe if I said it on a public Discord server in a public chat, I would understand why it got put up there. Though I fucking wouldn't understand it. Because I can bet you that if you watch any MaxGG stream from the same week that this IMGUR has been leaked in, he will say the same sentence 500 times over some minor issues. The backstory to me saying half of those was probably because I lost a game of Fortnite. Now that I knew what I've been accused of, and now that I had proof saying that it's Kitty, I knew which streamer they were a big fan of, which I can't mention because it would give away who this person is. I was still not banned from the Discord, however I was banned from the Twitch chat, so I started off the ticket saying, hey, I know I'm banned, but I have something really important to tell you. Basically what I've told the mods on this Discord server was, hey, there's this person, they're really active on this Discord server and the community, and they're basically a bad person. I've shown them proof, they believed me. Kitty got banned in this Discord server, Kitty got banned in this Twitch chat. I'm glad they got banned, they're a horrible person. But how come you believed me enough to get them banned, but not enough to unban me? Not really the point of the video, I'm just really pissed off about that. The doxing and threatening us still continued, so I gathered another friend from the US to contact the police, and this time it worked out. The police did pay them a visit, and because I wasn't the main person who they were texting, I thought that this has stopped. And once I talk about it on stream, I get a DM from Cassie and Jay saying it hasn't actually stopped. I just wasn't informed about it. One of the things that has happened is that Kitty made a new Discord account, which name was Cassie's address, which profile picture was Cassie's address, and everything about this account was just and only Cassie's address. This account just messaged Cassie, doxing her and threatening her. And the absolute last thing I was informed of was that Cassie's school got an email basically explaining the whole story and then saying she was going to commit. I don't know how sick in the head do you have to be to harass people and their friends just because you're jealous of someone. There are so many things that person has done, such as posting my underage friends' phone numbers on dating sites and having them send, how do I put this, pictures that I can't explain what we're showing on YouTube. And all of this just because someone didn't want you back. And I've been told that I shouldn't talk about this. It gives them fuel, we pay attention, we care for this. But this was probably one of the worst things that have happened to me in life. I had my friends block me on social media because they didn't want to be associated with me. And while they still talk to me, it was more of a thing that they don't want to be seen following me on social media when I'm a bad person. Just because I didn't want you back and you spread misinfo about me and you ruined my fucking dream. You ruined my dream just because you got jealous that I didn't want you back. Up until October last year when this all happened, 2024 was the best year of my Twitch streaming ever. I was mentally okay to stream every day. I didn't get burnt out that easily and I genuinely had fun streaming. I went for going live for over a year straight daily and you ruined it. Now everyone thinks I'm a horrible person because you're not okay in the head, because you can't control your jealousy. Main reason to why I'm gonna switch onto YouTube instead of streaming is because of that. I got completely burnt out from streaming. Streaming is fun unless you get people in your chat saying, "Are you the person who got talked about on MaxGG's stream?" Streaming is fun unless your friends tell you that they can't talk to you anymore because people don't like them being associated with you. And my fucking dream of being a streamer got ruined just because of you being jealous. People no longer watch me because they think I'm a bad person. You've said such horrible stuff about me that the mods won't even let me talk to them. I got completely burnt out of streaming for that reason, but I'm gonna try to keep consistency on YouTube. This is more calming as I can just talk to the camera and cut out the bits I don't like. I think that for the most part my videos will be more like stream style, as what I used to do on stream was just sit here and tell you stories. I just want to retell them right now on YouTube, but I do have a couple things planned for near future. Maybe it's not the best video idea, especially not for a first ever video you put out on YouTube, but I just want to finally get everything like that off my chest. Right, thank you all for watching. Bye bye.